Hey there everyone, how's it going? It's another beautiful day here today, and we are here to do the Course in Miracles lessons. The lesson for today is lesson 193. It's a long one, so bear with me, and let's get right on into it. All things are lessons God would have me learn. All things are lessons God would have me learn. God does not know of learning, yet his will extends to what he does not understand, in that he wills the happiness his Son inherited of him be undisturbed, eternal and forever gaining scope, eternally expanding in joy of full creation, and eternally open and wholly limitless in him. That is his will. And thus his will provides the means to guarantee that it is done. God sees no contradictions, yet his Son believes he sees them. Thus he has a need for one who can correct his erring sight and give him vision that will lead him back to where perception ceases. God does not perceive at all, yet it is he who gives the means by which perception is made true and beautiful enough to let the light of heaven shine upon it. It is he who answers what his Son would contradict and keeps his sinlessness forever safe. These are the lessons God would have you learn. His will reflects them all, and they reflect his loving kindness to the Son he loves. Each lesson has a central thought, the same in all of them. The form alone is changed, with different circumstances and events, with different characters and different themes, apparent but not real. They are the same in fundamental content. It is this: forgive, and you will see this differently. Certain is that all distress does not appear to be but unforgiveness. Yet that is the content underneath the form. It is this sameness which makes learning sure, because the lesson is so simple that it cannot be rejected in the end. No one can hide forever from a truth so very obvious that it appears in countless forms, and yet it is recognized as easily in all of them, if one but wants to see the simple lesson there. Forgive, and you will see this differently. These are the words the Holy Spirit speaks in all our tribulations, all your pain, all suffering regardless of its form. These are the words with which temptation ends and guilt abandoned is revered no more. These are the words which end the dream of sin and rid the mind of fear. These are the words by which salvation comes to all the world. Shall we not learn to say these words when we are tempted to believe that the pain is real, and death becomes our choice instead of life? Shall we not learn to say these words when we have understood their power to release all minds from bondage? These are the words which give you power over all events that seem to have been given power over you. You see them rightly when you hold these words in full awareness, and do not forget these words apply to everything you see or any brother looks upon amiss. How can you tell when you are seeing wrong, or someone else is failing to perceive the lesson he should learn? Does pain seem real in the perception? If it does, be sure the lesson is not learned, and there remains an unforgiveness hiding in the mind that sees the pain through eyes the mind directs. God would not have you suffer thus. He would help you forgive yourself. His Son does not remember who he is, and God would have him not forget his love and all the gift his love brings with it. Would you renounce your own salvation? Would you fail to learn the simple lessons heaven's teacher sets before you, that all pain may disappear and God may be remembered to his Son? All things are lessons God would have you learn. He would not leave an unforgiving thought without correction, nor one thorn or nail to hurt his holy Son in any way. He would ensure his holy rest remain untroubled and serene, without a care, in an eternal home which cares for him, and he would have all tears be wiped away, with none remaining yet unshed, and none be waiting their appointed time to fall. For God has willed the laughter should replace each one that his Son be free again. We will attempt today to overcome 1,000 seeming obstacles to peace in just one day. Let mercy come to you more quickly. Do not try to hold it off another day, another minute, another instant. Time was made for this. Use it today for what its purpose is. Morning and night, devote what time you can to serve its proper aim, and do not let the time be less than meets your deepest need. Give all you can and give a little more, for now we would arise in haste and go unto our Father's house. We have been gone too long, and we will linger here no more. And as we practice, let us think about all things we saved to settle for by ourselves, and kept apart from healing. Let us give them all to him who knows the way to look upon them so that they will disappear. Truth is his message. Truth is his teaching. His are the lessons God would have us learn. Each hour, spend a little time today and in the days to come in practicing the lesson in forgiveness in the form established for the day, and try to give it application to the happenings that the hour brought you, so that the next one is free of the one before. The chains of time are easily unloosened in this way. Let no hour cast its shadow on the one that follows, and when that one goes, let everything that happened in its course go with it. Thus will you remain unbound in peace eternal in the world of time. This is the lesson God would have you learn. There is a way to look on everything that lets it be to you another step to him and to salvation of the world. To all that speaks of terror, answer thus: I will forgive, and this will disappear. To every apprehension, every care, every form of suffering, repeat these same words, and then you hold the key that opens heaven's gate and brings the love of God the Father down to earth at last. To raise it up to heaven, God will take the final step himself. Do not deny the little step he asks you take to him. I will forgive, and this will disappear. Wow, this is a beautiful lesson. All things are lessons God will have me learn. All things are lessons God would have me learn. Wow. So the course today is asking us to remember who we truly are. And because we're currently in this human experience, what we need to realize that everything that's happening to us right now is a lesson for us to learn. God is leading us in the direction of him. That is what he's doing. Everything that he places in front of us is a lesson for us to learn, so that when we learn it, we become closer to him. Every step we take, every obstacle we encounter, every connection with a brother and sister we make is a step towards him. And it's a lesson that he would have us learn. And that is what the lesson for today is trying to tell us. We need to start looking at things not as difficulties and as something that's hard to do or something that encumbers us from doing something that we want to do. What we have to start doing is start seeing that everything that is happening to us is happening for a reason. And what that reason is for us to get closer to God. Now, that is something that we have to consciously be aware of, because our perception is so strong. We can choose to look at things many different ways, but it's still a choice. And so why not choose a good way to look at things? Why not choose a better way to look at things instead of, making it bring you down or making you feel sad or unloved or unworthy? Why do we always choose to do that when we have a different choice to make? That's something that you have to understand, that you can choose to look at everything and see it for what it really is. And as the Course is saying today, it's another lesson to be learned so that we can get closer to God. And that's a beautiful way to look at things. And when we do that, everything becomes a little bit better. It's a better perspective to have, I believe. And when you do it, the world becomes a better place for you. So The lesson's instructions is saying to do it on the hour, to practice it hourly. See things differently. See how whatever experience you're currently having, whatever connection you're making with a brother or sister, or whatever tribulations or trials you're going through, see all of those as a lesson God would have you learn to get closer to Him. That is what the lesson is today. All right. I hope you're spending time with those you love. I hope that you make the best of the beautiful day that God has given us to enjoy. And I hope that you really do take the effort to hourly look upon this lesson, remember it, and take it to heart, and use it to make your life a better life. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.